Alright, here we go again, and I'm calling this video Right to Drop Dead. And the reason I'm calling it that because there was something I forgot to mention on the video I did before last, I believe. It was called Karma Season. And as I was going in on my former employer and other white motherfuckers that had this file shit against me, and the majority was done in the, well, all of it was done in the workplace. I forgot to mention this fact about rights. As we listen to the president, we talk about how much, how great our country is because of all the rights we have and all the laws that protect our rights. What they fail to mention to you is the fact that motherfuckers, and primarily white motherfuckers, have found very, very clever and very, very innovative ways to get around respecting your fucking rights and violating your rights in such a way that you can't do shit about it except get a gun and blow their fucking brains out. And it's very important that you be aware of this. It's very important that your children and grandchildren be aware of this shit and understand and be realistic about where you are in this world. People can talk about rights and laws all the fuck they want, but if those laws can be gotten around, if those rights can be usurped and undermined, what the fuck good are those rights? I mean, what's the difference between living here and in fucking Russia or in China? Basically, there's none, because they, even though they may not have any rights at all, at least they say they don't have any rights. They don't fucking lie, and they don't pretend to say, hey, you got rights, but they don't tell you, hey, your fucking rights can be violated at any minute of the day based on how a motherfucker feels about you personally. And so people talk about freedom and democracy and how great it is, and that's a bunch of bullshit. Motherfuckers are full of shit, and mainly white motherfuckers are full of shit. They told they fought in World War II for freedom and democracy. You full of shit, you cracker. You didn't fight for my fucking freedom and democracy. Or you fought in Vietnam for freedom and democracy. Get the fuck out of here. If you did, you a stupid motherfucker. Or you went over to Iraq to fight for freedom. You a dumb son of a fucking white bitch. And a nigga too, you stupid. Because they're just words on a fucking piece of paper that means nothing. As soon as one person, I don't give a fuck who it is, finds themselves in a situation where the rights that they're guaranteed under the law, under the Constitution, is violated, and they can't find themselves where they can't do anything about it, all the fucking rights and all these laws are fucking meaningless and a bunch of bullshit. So when you tell me about how free America is and the freedoms we have, and oh, we ought to be glad to have these fucking freedoms, hey my friend, I'm here to tell you what the fuck you're talking about. And that's based on my personal experience with white motherfuckers who, because they didn't like me because I was black, got together, collectivized, came together and plotted and planned ways to fucking violate and prevent me from experiencing the rights that I'm guaranteed by the fucking Constitution and by the company and the fucking so-called union that I was supposed to be a part of and paying my fucking dues to. And here's the shop steward. The fucking shop steward is a ringleader in all of this shit to force me out of my fucking job because he didn't like what I said or what I did or whatever the case may be. We find this time and time again throughout. So when people tell me about the rights that we have, at the end of the day, the only rights you have is the right to fucking drop dead. And in reality, that's going to be your only right. The only right we're going to be left as a group of people is the right to fucking drop dead. Because we refuse to understand. The majority refuse to understand shit. And I'll continue to say, the majority of us are happy being a fucking nigga. You're happy living like grandma, grandpa, and whoever the fuck else in the 20th century lived. And this is not the 20th century, this is the 21st century. We have to reevaluate where we are in this fucking world. We have to reestablish ourselves. We have to discard a lot of old fucking information and ways of thinking that will not help us into the fucking future. If we're not willing to do that, we're not willing to come together and make that happen, then you're just as good as fucking dead. And if not dead, you'll be sent right back to where the fuck, I'll keep saying it, I'll say it till I can't say it no more, right back where you belong, a fucking cotton field. Yes, that's where a nigga belongs, in a cotton field. If you're gonna stay stuck in that old way of thinking and living, that grandma, grandpa, fuck who it is, engaged in since we left out of slavery, There's no future in that. And so the right to drop dead is the name of this video. I just wanted to mention that real quick because as I was talking about, ranting about my former employer and the foul shit that he did, I failed to mention that. Yeah, it was a complete fucking conspiracy in terms of how these motherfuckers organized, collectivized against me to force me out of my job. And it's interesting that one of the main reasons that they one job I was on is this one out in Summit, New Jersey, where some of you may remember I talked about having to travel for 3.5 hours one fucking way. I had to take fucking 2 trains and 2 fucking buses to get to this fucking job every morning. This is how determined I was to make it on this fucking job. And these crackers saw that. They didn't give a fuck about that. As soon as I stood with another one of my employees who wasn't black, was a fucking Arab, as a matter of fact, his name was Ahmad Hussein. He's from motherfucking, he said he was from Jordan. And he was a Muslim. He was always talking to me about Islam. This is back in 1988, 87, 88. I'm talking about, this is how far back this is. And he's always talking about Cat Stevens. That was his big thing to tell me about. Because he was trying to show me down, because Cat Stevens is a rock star, a white rock star who converted to Islam back in the 70s. And he was, Cat Stevens, you remember Cat Stevens? I said, no, I don't remember Cat Stevens. And what it was is that they was fucking with this Arab dude because he wasn't, taking none of their shit. And so they got together and fucked with him and harassed him until he had to fucking leave the company. And I'm thinking I'm cool because this job is no fucking job. Nobody. This is really a shitty job. The machine I worked on was all full of oil. I had to do a lot of heavy fucking work. It was hot. It wasn't hot. It was fucking extremely cold. And so it was just total fucking racism. Because I came in on time. I did my job. And I'm on the machine. We working. We don't have time to talk and conversate except at lunchtime. So where's the conflict at? There's no fucking. There's nothing to have a conflict about. They created a fucking conflict because they wanted to get rid of me because I stood with him and I talked with him when everybody had their fucking face frowned up at him, and so therefore they began to attack me, and eventually they got me the fuck out. But again, this just goes to show you this bullshit about America and these rights you have, and it's the land of the free and all this bullshit. That's what makes it bullshit. The shit that I went through and others go through every day makes that fucking horse shit about freedom and justice and all the rest of that a bunch of bullshit because motherfuckers can find a way to usurp and undermine your fucking rights and violate your fucking rights in ways you can't do shit about it. And it's enough to make you want to kill a motherfucker. It's enough to make you want to blow a motherfucker's brains right out their fucking head. Because I don't give a fuck about none of the motherfuckers. They ain't none of the motherfucking shit. And the motherfuckers want to fuck. If you can talk to me, I can talk to you. You ain't the crack of a dead dog's ass. You a working slob piece of white fucking garbage, or fucking black garbage, or Spanish speaking garbage that'd be better off dead. And that's my opinion about your motherfucking life. Since you want to express your punk ass opinion about mine, my opinion about yours is you be better off dead, and the world be better off to fuck without you. Now, if you want this way, motherfucker, I give less than a shit. I know what I can do. Other motherfuckers can speculate on what they think I can do, but I know what I can do. All I want to do is live my life. My little crummy little shitty like every fucking body else. No more, no less. But you got a motherfucker on the same level as me or lower than me to tell me he's not going to allow me to do that. And I shouldn't want to watch him drop dead? I shouldn't want to watch him be caught on fire? Or blown the fuck up on Thanksgiving Day while he's watching the Super Bowl, whatever the fuck it is, I don't know what he's doing. I shouldn't want that. I beg to differ, motherfucker. So that's why I have no motherfucking. I don't feel shit about ISIS and the shit they're doing. Yeah, motherfucker, be scared. You never know when. You never know where, motherfucker. Boom! Blown the fuck up and caught on fire, you motherfucker. And so I wanted to mention that, because I didn't have time to mention it on my last video. This bullshit about how much rights we have in this country. This shit is no different than China or Russia. When a motherfucker can violate your rights, take your rights away from you, and do it in a way that you can't do shit about it. And motherfuckers have found very clever ways to undermine and usurp and prevent from respecting your fucking rights. And so let's dispense with that bullshit. That's exactly what the fuck it is. And then you got to be prepared to do something about it besides being mad. Because I had a doomsday plan. That's why I call myself Prophet Doom. I swear to God. I had a doomsday plan since fucking 1984. I wasn't really sure. It took me it took me years to finally figure it out. I'm going to be honest with you. It took me years to finally figure this shit out because I just refused to believe that motherfuckers could be this this fucking sick, I guess. I don't know what to call it. I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe about my employer, my first employer. It took me a long time to realize that's exactly what the fuck it was. He was stabbing me in the fucking back. See? But it took me a long time to realize that shit. Because I said, why would he do that? If what a white motherfucker, because I thought at the time, well, you know, I'm working, I'm being responsible for myself. This is what a white motherfucker wants more than anything else, right? He doesn't want me to be on welfare. He doesn't want me to be selling drugs. He definitely want me to go and get a brick and slap his motherfucking mama beside the back of her fucking head, take a little, snatch her fucking purse. He definitely don't want me to do that. So he wants me to work. So I'm doing the thing he wants me to do. Why would he fuck with me about that? Because he doesn't want you to do any of that shit. In reality, he wants you to fucking be dead. That white motherfucker wants you to die. That's what he really wants. He wants you off this fucking earth. Even though he tells you all he wants you to do is work and be responsible for yourself, pull yourself by your bootstraps and all this fucking punk ass bullshit. Even when if you try to do that, if he fuck with you about that, then what is it that he wants? He wants your annihilation. He wants your fucking elimination. What else could the fuck could it be? Now, if nobody has experienced this, if you have, as a black person, you have experienced what I'm talking about, God bless you. But I have. I've seen the face of the fucking devil. A white devil. I've seen his face in all his glory. And so I know what the fuck I'm talking about in this instance. And so this is why we'll never have any fucking peace. Never fucking be safe. Never, there's nothing to protect, not just from another man, but from nature and the fucking universe itself is going to come down on your motherfucking wife. And I see it. And I'm thankful for whatever power, whether it's a God or a being, whatever it is, that makes it possible for me to see that this motherfucker is going to be wiped the fuck out. And it should be. And motherfuckers are going to suffer. Suffer like they never could believe they could suffer. And that's something that should be also. No, you got to think. You got to understand where the fuck you are. If you're going to put blinders on, if you're going to be ignorant, and you want to continue to be an ignorant motherfucker, you're going to pay the price. There's a price. Ignorance is not fucking free. There's a price to pay for being an ignorant and a stupid motherfucker. You gotta pay for that. That ain't free. You don't just get away with that. If you get away with it, I guarantee you're fucking, one of your generations is not gonna get away with it for being a stupid and ignorant motherfucker. Either your kids or your grandkids are gonna pay for your fucking stupidity, and grandma, grandpa, whatever the fuck else. Something has to change in the way that we think about, see, and live fucking life. Otherwise, forget it. You better find a way, think of the most efficient and painless way to fucking commit suicide. Because in a minute, that's all left for us as a group of people is fucking death. And that's it. Because we fucking refuse to do what's necessary to secure our survival past the United States. Yes, past the fucking United States. Think about that. Or not. And so, there's more I can say, but I'm rapidly running out of time here. So what I'm going to do, cut this video short. Thank you for your time. Take it easy.